What kind of risks were taken in the birth of the company?
Well, the company was started in 1958, and at the time my dad had 6 kids. I was born in 1958, so I was less than a year old. And this is going to be probably the longest answer. He had been the office manager for a company that was very much like ours, an insurance general agency, and the owner had been found to be embezzling from the company. So the contract they had with a Lloyd's underwriter at the time, they came to my dad and offered the contract to him, and he started the company with just that one contract. So it was a fairly big risk. He borrowed the money for the company from an acquaintance of his, and paid the guy back over the first few years of the business.
What were some of the things that helped the company off the ground?
Well, the most important thing is that my dad had been doing the same exact business, so he knew the business, and he had a couple of people that he brought with him from the old company that knew the business also. And he had that contract that I spoke about in the answer to the first question, so that really helped.
What is your role in the company?
My title is CFO, Chief Financial Officer, but it's a small company, so I do many things. I'm the programmer, which is what I spend most of my time doing. And I do all the accounting, I do the payroll, try to keep the computers working.
Can you describe an average workday?
Well, I usually get there around 6:30. I like to get there before everybody else does. There's some maintenance things that the computers like to have done. It's easy to do when no one's there. I create a bunch of bills. When no one's there, it's easy to do that before everybody starts working on the computer. I handle all of the accounting type operations. And believe it or not, we have about 40 computers, and every computer takes some maintenance. If things go wrong, the computer busts, or something needs to be fixed. So do that kind of thing. And that's about it. Work till about 5.
Where is Glen A. Shuberg Insurance located?
Thousand Oaks.
Was this the same location as it was when it started?
No, in 1958, it was considered important if you had a business to be downtown, and we were downtown on West 8th Street.
Oh, why did you guys move?
Well, my mom and dad were living in the valley at the time in Reseda. They moved there in 1950. And my mom said to my dad one day, why drive downtown all the time? So they moved out to the valley. We've been in Van Nuys and in Tarzana and in Granada Hills. And after the earthquake in '94, we moved out here to Thousand Oaks.
Has there ever been a time where the company has been in any state of risk or crisis?
Absolutely. When I was in high school, the business was in some serious trouble. The insurance business goes in cycles, and there's things called soft markets and hard markets. When prices are high, we usually do pretty well because our companies are the ones that last. When companies go low, we don't write much business because there's fly-by-night companies that come in and write for lower than they can actually make money at. So when I was in college, my dad it was pretty close. He didn't have many contracts and we weren't writing much business. Absolutely.
Is the company striving to expand, or are you happy with its size now?
Well, I'm fairly happy with the size, but we are expanding right now because the business is going fairly well and we're doing more business and we need help.
What kind of steps can you take now for later expansion?
Well, if we wanted to expand into other lines of business, that would be something we've tried to do in the past and without success. We're fairly specialized. Hopefully our prices are the good prices that we write, and when we write them, then we'll expand.
What are the benefits of expansion?
Well, it's great to be able to hire new people. Obviously, if we're expanding, the business is going well, so there's no threats there, and we can make more money. It's great.
Mm-hmm.